At least full Game of Thrones. Not today. Not today. Of course, he made some rookie mistakes. He made the ups and downs. Of course, we saw it. It wasn't a perfect game, but he did what he needed to do with the support of his teammates to come up with a win for Cleveland.
It's crazy. It's amazing, you know, off of 1 week of practice, you know what I mean? Just 1 week of practice. So imagine, you know, what a full offseason look like. It get dangerous, but it's just a 1 week of practice. So I'm just truly thankful, you know, that everything happened.
Dylan Gabriel had a similar throw, rolling to his left and throwing back to his right in one of his starts and airmailed it. Shadur threw a beautiful pass all the way across the field, and Sampson did the rest.
Guess what Rich Eisen did? Just like every Browns fan, he couldn't stop praising Shadur Sanders after his first start. Rich's excitement and words show he's as impressed as the fans are, and that says a lot. Rich didn't hold back when talking about Shadur's first start for Cleveland. He was clear that it wasn't a perfect game. Shadur made some rookie mistakes, had his ups and downs, just like anyone new in the league would. But what stood out was how Shadur did what really mattered. He helped his team win. Rich pointed out that with the support of his teammates, Shadur stayed humble and focused on the job. That's something not every young quarterback can do under pressure. And when asked if he had a chip on his shoulder, it was clear Shadur wasn't just playing to prove others wrong, he was playing to build something bigger. Shadur himself sounded calm but excited about the win. He kept it real, saying how crazy and amazing it was to pull off that victory with just 1 week of practice. Imagine what he could do with a full off-season to prepare, and it already sounds dangerous for opposing defenses. He didn't take any shortcuts in his praise either, clearly thankful for the opportunity and what had happened so far. His mindset shows maturity beyond his experience. He knows this is just the beginning, and he's ready to keep growing and getting better with every game. Now, let's talk about Dylan Gabriel for a moment. How is it that Gabriel, with all his starts, still struggles to make simple plays? Rolling left and throwing across the field sounds like something Shadur pulled off beautifully in his very first start. Where was Gabriel's accuracy when it mattered? Why does Gabriel keep making the same mistakes when Shadur is already showing promise and poise? Isn't it time Gabriel learns how to really lead the team instead of just hoping for a lucky break? Shadur's touchdown pass was sharp and confident, while Gabriel's throws keep leaving fans wanting more. The difference is clear, and Shadur is just getting started.
And touchdown for him, and so now Shadur can play with a lead. That's what you need. You need him to play with a lead. And he does. But at one point in this game, early on, Isaiah Bond, who again, the Cleveland Browns took when few others would, for different reasons. He goes deep. Shadur Sanders rolls to his right and uncorks the throw on the run, jumping in the air. That was the Rick Dalton GIF. There it is, right there. That's what he can do. That's what he can do, right there. From Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Right there. There it is. Right there. That's not what Dylan Gabriel could do, or Flacco could do, or Pickett could do, or anybody else on that roster at any point in this season could do. That's what he can do.
It is clear that Shadur brings a level of playmaking to the Browns that the team hasn't seen from other quarterbacks this season. He highlights a specific moment where Shadur made a tough throw on the run, showing skill, athleticism, and confidence. Things that previous quarterbacks like Dylan Gabriel or even veterans like Flacco just couldn't deliver. This isn't just about making plays, it's about creating opportunities and changing the game's momentum. Shadur's ability to perform under pressure shows he's on a different level, and that kind of talent demands attention. It's a reminder that sometimes the talent is there, but it takes the right player to unlock it. On the other hand, this puts a spotlight on Stefanski's choices. Why stick with quarterbacks who clearly don't have the same spark or ability to make big plays? If Shadur can do what others couldn't, then why wasn't he given the chance sooner? Stefanski's hesitation or poor decisions in using the team's talent have cost the Browns opportunities to win more games. Shedeur's performance is a clear message that the Browns should trust their young quarterback and build the offense around him. This moment shows that Shadur isn't just the future. He's already a better option than what they've had this season. It's time Stefanski stops holding back and starts playing to win with Shadur under center.
I don't know how you don't like that kid, man. I really...
I'm with you, Teach.
I mean, they act like Dion, they say, well, they hold against his dad like Dion was some type of pariah. Dion was one of the most popular NFL players of all time, right?
Yep.
He had and he backed it up on the field. He backed it up on a diamond. He backed it up in commercials and selling shoes. So I don't understand this thing where, like, they're holding it against his dad.
He
like,
also
why?
told a story about how I grew up in a he told a story at the podium about he grew up in a 30,000 square foot house, but his dad always took them to, you know, more disadvantaged parts of the town to let them understand the way that people live. And again, the whole reason why he went so long as he did is everybody thought, well, Dion is just going to helicopter dad this whole situation, and all he did was just get a spot up in a suite with Constance, who is the best.
What stands out here is the unfair judgment Shadur has faced because of his dad's legacy. People act like he has some big disadvantage, or that he's being pushed through just because of who his father is. But that's not true. Deion Sanders was not only one of the most respected and popular players in NFL history, but he also earned everything he got on his own. On the field, in commercials, and beyond. Shadur grew up in a world of privilege, but was grounded by his dad's lessons about real life and hardship. He wasn't sheltered or handed everything on a silver platter. Instead, he learned empathy and toughness by being taken to places where people struggle. That kind of upbringing builds character, and it's clear Shadur carries that with him every time he steps on the field. The story Rich shared about Shadur's childhood is a powerful reminder that this young quarterback is more than just a name or a legacy. He's a kid who understands hard work and responsibility because of the way he was raised. His humility and gratitude after his first start show he knows how much he's been given, but also how much he still has to prove. This isn't just about football for him. It's about honoring his family's lessons and proving that he belongs at the highest level through his own effort and heart. That's why it's so emotional and inspiring to watch him grow.
Get into that, Chris. Obviously, proud of him and proud of this offense, and there are a ton of things to learn from, but I'm just going to, worry about today.
Come on! Come on, Kevin! Come on! 49ers are coming in your house next week. Come on! You want to see what fifth-round pick can do against Mr. Irrelevant?
Stefanski's reaction here says a lot about how he really feels about Shadur. When reporters used to ask him about who would start, he would talk about Dillon Gabriel with so much energy and confidence, like Gabriel was the guy he wanted to lead the team. But now that Shadur is stepping up and proving himself on the field, Stefanski suddenly doesn't want to talk about him at all. Why is that? Why does Stefanski avoid saying Shadur's name like it's a secret he doesn't want to share? Is he scared to admit that Shadur is the better option, the one who actually makes plays and brings excitement to the offense? And when you think about it, Stefanski's words are weak, saying he's just going to worry about today, feels like he's dodging the bigger picture. The 49ers are coming next week, a tough opponent, and everyone wants to see if Shadur can keep this momentum going. So why isn't Stefanski embracing that challenge and backing his young quarterback openly? Isn't it time he stopped hiding behind vague answers and started trusting Shadur to lead this team? The fans deserve honesty and confidence, not silence and avoidance. Shadur has shown he can deliver, so why is Stefanski still holding back?
Stefanski's not a bad guy to have in the meeting room, in your ear, improving, working on it. And to me, this is the only decision I think he could have made. And it's not because Dillon Gabriel's still in the concussion protocol. They announced he's out of it. This is a decision the coach has made. Or is it ownership? I'll be honest with you. Whatever it is, I want to see it. Otherwise, would I have been sitting down watching Browns 49ers next week? No. Am I watching 49ers and the Browns next week more closely?
Yep.
I will be.
I have to politely disagree with Rich on this one about Stefanski. Yes, he might be a good guy to have in the meeting room and someone who works hard behind the scenes, but that doesn't change the fact that he made some serious and awful mistakes this season. First of all, Stefanski didn't even say Shadour's name when talking to the media, acting like he didn't want to give credit where it's due. That kind of silence sends the wrong message to both the player and the fans. On top of that, Stefanski didn't give Shadur enough practice reps early on, which slowed down his development and possibly cost the team some wins. There was also that weird injury situation with Shadur, which felt more like controversy than truth, keeping Shadur sidelined longer than necessary. All these decisions added up and hurt the Browns' chances in multiple games. It's clear now that Stefanski's choices have cost the team too much, and it's time for a change. You can't keep a coach who doesn't trust his own best option or hesitates to give a young, talented quarterback a real chance to lead. The Browns need someone who will fully back Shadur and build the team around him, not hold him back. Stefanski's failure to do that has already cost the Browns several matches, and fans deserve better. If the Browns want to move forward and compete seriously, Stefanski must be held accountable. That means he needs to be fired and replaced by a coach who believes in Shadur and is ready to push the team to win. Anyways, Shadur proved he's the real deal in his first Cleveland Browns start, showing skills and heart that the team desperately needed. It's clear the future is bright with him leading the way. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like and subscribe for more Browns updates. What do you guys think is Shadur the answer the Browns have been waiting for?